In cucina con amore per mamma. Risi e bisi. Ah, the aroma of my youth, the aroma of grandma's, my mother's kitchen. So you need a nice pot that will perk for a while, a little bit of oil, and a little bit of bacon. You know, we had 2 pigs, and every year in November would be the slaughter, and she would make her own lard and whatever. So bacon was used a lot as a base in the cuisine of Italy, and it still continues to be because it was one of the elements that they can produce. A little cubes of the bacon. You know, it's really delicious and better, but you can use regular bacon. So let's get the bacon rendering. Leeks. And they bring the kind of a diverse onion element to whatever you're cooking. So the greens, save them. You can freeze them. They're great for the soup. And let's see, the outer leaves are these are a little bit tough, so I'll save those too. And sometimes leeks can really be very sandy, so you have to make sure that you wash them well. Let's open them up and wash them thoroughly, just like that. And once you wash the leeks like this, you let it rest just for a few minutes. Then you fish out your leeks. You know, I like to salt along the way, but the bacon has enough salt, so I'm just gonna let the leeks kind of stew in there. And while they do that, let's see what came in. Carol, at Cooking It Forward, has sent me this herbed saffron orzotto. That looks great. And orzotto is orzo, or is barley, which is cooked and then sort of whipped into a risotto. And she puts saffron in it, and I see some cheese, some asparagus. Great job, Carol. A great spring dish. All right, so let's go back to the leeks. So here are the peas. Just a little bit. And I think just a little bit of salt for the peas. Okay. Hot water, perfectly fine. Just plain water for the soup actually makes it clean. This looks good. Cover it. You want to cover, you know, whenever you cook, if you cover, you save about 15 to 20% of the energy. So I'm gonna clean up, and then we're gonna finish the soup. And boy, do I have a good sandwich to go with this soup. My mother's a good cook. Not as good as her mother, but she's a good cook. And what she did really good was a lot of soups. Soups are a good venue, one pot. They're economical. You can make it in a 2-course meal by adding some meat to it. So I would say that, you know, she really mastered the diversity of soup making. So let's check on the soup. It's bubbling away. The aroma is beautiful. It's this very mellow spring aroma. Let's add rice. You know, rice takes about 12, 14, 15 minutes to cook. So let it simmer like that. Let's cover it. Let's make a sandwich. I promised you a great sandwich with this soup. And I love horseradish. In our part of the world, Friuli, northeast of Italy, we call it cren, and it's a horseradish, very healthy for you. And usually, the best way is just you peel it like a potato, with a potato peeler, just like that. You get all of the blemishes out, and you just grate, just like that. So it's quite strong and pungent, and that's why we love it. Let me add it to the one I have grated already. So here's some Dijon mustard, simple mustard. Let's put horseradish right in there. Okay. Just scallions, and that's to kind of refresh. And Let's see, just a little bit maybe of olive oil to loosen it up a little bit. Let's make a sandwich. So, the first thing that I would put is tomatoes. The tomatoes kind of line the bottom. Oh, this is a really ripe tomato, but it's good. We want to use it. Let's see. And I'm going to put the dressing on the tomato because if I put it on the bread, it kind of soaks up the bread, and I like it on the tomato itself. And then just kind of put the ham just like that. Okay, and you have your sandwich ready. These are two finished sandwiches. Now I'll show you how we do our prosciutto cotto in Trieste. It's served to you on a platter like that. But loads of creme, loads of it. We love it. Okay, just like that. And it's presented to you on the table, this full thing, in a good glass of nice red wine. Let me check the soup. Okay, this will take another 6, 7, 8 minutes. The rice will be cooked. I'm gonna lower it just a little bit, cover it, and then we'll present the sandwiches and the soup and we'll taste. The sandwiches I recall that Grandma made for me were simple sandwiches. They were all about the crunchiness of the bread, the freshness of the bread, and the intensity of the flavor of whatever laid between the bread. And that made a great sandwich. I think here in America, you know, that it's quite different. It's how a mile-high sandwich, shall we say. How high can you pile it? And also the condiments that go in between, French dressing, mayo, mustard, all of that. I can't say I do not enjoy American sandwiches. I do, you know, BLT is delicious now and then, but there is a definite difference. The rice is just about cooked in the soup. Let me just make a little bit of salad to go with our sandwich. You know, Grandma wants her balanced meal. She likes her greens, and that's a good thing. A little bit of vinegar, a little bit of olive oil, and a little bit of fresh pepper wine. So it's gonna be a zesty meal. All right. Just toss it. Okay, so. Let me check out on the soup. Oh, yeah, this is done. Let me shut it off. And, So this soup, you could make it really soupy, but it's almost like between a soup and a risotto. Grated cheese, just like that. And I'm gonna put a little bit for me to cool because I'm gonna taste it for you. But I want to show you something. Get a nice little plate, and you stay underneath like this, and then you go and you serve so you don't dribble all over. Okay. A little bit of parsley on this, yes. Just like that. Do want a little bit more cheese, yes, just like that. Just like that. Sometimes, you know, us Italians like a drizzle of that fresh oil. Here we are. It's a meal fit for the two queens, Grandma and myself. I know she loves this. I love this. Let me taste this now for you. Really, really good, simple, clean. And you know, why not? It's here. I grated all that horseradish, and I'm collecting it all. Love it.